Today on UMTV News, the coronavirus will soon be hitting its peak in some parts of the U.S., but that does not mean it's time to stop social distancing.
We just want to get outside and socialize again. It's not that time yet.
Plus, Universal Studios properties are extending their closures till at least the end of May. And a South Florida teenager has come up with a way to find all the hard-to-get COVID-19 supplies, and it's just a click away. These stories and a lot more ahead. UMTV News starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome back to another quarantine edition of UMTV News. I'm Katie Benty. The White House Coronavirus Task Force has revealed a key model that shows that the eventual American death toll due to COVID-19 may be lower than recently forecast. Despite that promising news, officials across the country warn not to let up on social distancing measures. A key projection offering promising signs, expecting fewer U.S. coronavirus deaths by August, down to roughly 60,000 from recent forecasts between 80 and 90,000. That modeling from the University of Washington indicates social distancing measures are making a difference. Officials in places like New York City warning not to let up.
As much as we all want to get back to normal, as much as we're all feeling like we just want to get outside and socialize again, it's not that time yet.
The U.S. death toll Tuesday was at least 1,909, according to Johns Hopkins University, another daily high. While states like New York and Michigan close in on peaks this week, states like here in Florida are bracing and preparing for ours, potentially later this month.
We're sourcing personal protective equipment literally around the world. We need more, so we're frantically, and we've been on this, trying to stay out ahead of this as best we can.
Among emerging hotspots eyed by the White House Coronavirus Task Force, Philadelphia and Baltimore, Washington corridor.
We continue asking all of our residents to stay home when not engaged in essential activities.
Nationwide, the University of Washington model forecasts a peak demand for resources like hospital beds and ventilators on or around Saturday. It's important for all of us to remain indoors and to continue practicing social distancing, in hopes that soon we will be able to get back to the normal and the fun of our regular lives. Universal Studios is one of those fun places here in Florida. It's the place where you can ride the movies. But for right now, you're just going to be watching the movies. And that's not just because most people are staying home. Universal Orlando Resort is closed, and Thursday they announced they're going to stay closed through at least the end of May. That includes the hotels and City Walk. Universal says they're working hard to find solutions to sustain their business. So they're going to be paying some folks 80% of their pay, and they're going to be furloughing part-time workers. Meanwhile, just a few hours south of Orlando, a 17-year-old boy has found a way to help everyone struggling to find supplies. Mr. Rogers famously said, "Look for the helpers." It's what his mom told him to do when he saw scary things in the news. And right now, the coronavirus is one of those scary things. But there are helpers everywhere. One of them is Blake Rand. It's become a common sight around the world, empty shelves where things like toilet paper and cleaning supplies used to be. Finding those items has become nearly impossible and a very stressful part of the coronavirus pandemic. But a South Florida teenager believes he has the answer. It's called coronafinds.com.
Coronafinds.com is a list of links to just necessities that you need that are pretty much sold out everywhere.
Blake Rand is a junior at Grandview Prep School in Boca Raton. Recently, his mother asked him to help her find hand sanitizer online. Then, his grandmother asked for help.
She told all her friends, and then they all wanted my help, so then I just decided that pretty much the whole community just needs help, so then I put online help out.
That's when Corona Finds was born. Rand spends up to a few hours each day scoring online sites, finding places that have hard-to-find items in stock.
All those items on Amazon pretty much sell out immediately, so I try to find smaller stores that won't sell out immediately.
He then puts links to those stores on his website. He doesn't make a dime doing this. He has no stake in any of the stores. He says he's stuck at home like everyone else, so he may as well spend his time doing something good.
Well, right now, it's a tough time for everyone, so just me helping out can be a lot to many people, so it's definitely just a great experience to help out.
That's it for this quarantine edition of UMTV News. Remember to stay inside, stay safe, and stay hopeful. We will get through this. Have a good night.